Namaste everyone, welcome back to Pramati Ayurveda. Myself Dr. Vishwanath Chatti. Here onwards, we will be starting learning the Charaka Samhita. From here onwards, we will be going into the chapters of the Charaka Samhita, the first 12 chapters of the Charaka Samhita of the Sutra Sthana, which is included in the syllabus for the first professional BAMS. Okay, the first 12 chapters are supposed to be learned. They are supposed to be studied as a syllabus for first professional BAMS. So we will be starting with the Charaka Samhita. Before going into the actual chapter, I insist you to do some homework. Okay, what is this homework? This is about understanding the basics of Charaka Samhita. What is Charaka Samhita? Who is the author of the Charaka Samhita? And how the Charaka Samhita is being explained, or what is the speciality of the Charaka Samhita. Like this, you have to do some homework. For that, you can go through the textbooks. Either you can go through the textbook of Charaka Samhita by author Vaidya Bhagavan Das, or also you can go through the textbook. The name of the book is Illustrated Charaka Samhita, first volume, Sutra Sthana by R. Vidhyanath. I repeat again, you can also go through the textbook. The name of the book is Illustrated Charaka Samhita, first volume, Sutra Sthana, which is written by Dr. R. Vidhyanath. So I am expecting you to do some homework. You go to the textbooks, and before starting the textbook, they will be giving a preface. And they will be explaining some introduction about the Charaka Samhita. So before going into the actual learning of the Charaka Samhita, first understand the basics of Charaka Samhita. So this is very essential before going into the actual learning of the Charaka Samhita. Here there is a mention of the shloka. I quote shloka. This is explained in the Charaka Samhita Sutra Sthana 30th chapter number 30. I quote the shloka. Shloka sthanam samuddishtam tantrasya asya shirah shubham chatushkanam maharthanam sthane asmin sangrahah krutah. Here the shloka is explaining shloka sthana, or the sutra sthana is having a prime importance. It is having a prime importance because that it is considered as a shiraha, the same way as the shira or the head of the human body is having the importance. In such a way, the Charaka Samhita is having its importance for the Sutra Sthana. As the head is having the importance for the human body, so is the importance of Sutra Sthana for the Charaka Samhita. So that is the understanding explained here. And also there is a shloka in Charaka Samhita. I quote the reference. Charaka Samhita Siddhisthana 12th chapter, shloka number 53. Okay, and I quote the shloka. Chikitsa vanhiveshasya swasthatura hitam prati yadi hasti tadanyatra yanne hasti na tatkvachit. So the Charaka Samhita is a work, or it is a textbook which is done by Agnivesha Vanhivesha, and he has quoted so much of Chikitsa. He has quoted so much of treatment principles both for Swastha and Atura. He has quoted treatment principles, or the Chikitsa sutras, or the ways of living a healthy life for both Swastha, or the healthy person to maintain their life, and to the patients for getting cure of different diseases. And Agnivesha is having so much of confidence that he is quoting whatever the work I have done here, or whatever the things which are mentioned in this Samhita will be found everywhere, and whichever the thing is not found in this Charaka Samhita will not be found anywhere. So whatever is present here is present in the all world, or is present in all over the world, and whatever is not present here is not present anywhere. So such is the understanding explained by the Agnivesha. Moving on to the first chapter. The name of the first chapter is Dirghanjivitiya Adhyaya. The name of the chapter is Dirghanjivitiya Adhyaya. Going to the first shloka, I quote shloka number 1. Athato Dirghanjivitiya Madhyayam Vyakhyasamaha Itiha Smaha Bhagavan Atreyah. So here Agnivesha is explaining. So here the Agnivesha is explaining to the readers. Okay, he is explaining to the readers that whatever his guru or whatever his teacher Bhagavan Atreya has taught me, that is been documented here in the form of Agnivesha Samhita. This work is actually the teachings of the Bhagavan Atreya. Okay, so he is explaining like that. And moving to the commentator, in the commentators, the commentator Chakrapani Datta has done the commentator work by name Ayurveda Deepika. The name of the commentary which is explaining the details of the shlokas is being explained as Ayurveda Deepika. So Ayurveda Deepika is a work which is done by Chakrapani Datta. So it is just somewhat similar that there will be Virat Kohli playing in the ground and he will be hitting a 6. Okay, he will be hitting a 6 and the commentator will be doing the audio work. He will be explaining that we shall celebrate because Virat Kohli has hit a 6. So in the same way, here the Agnivesha is explaining some of the shlokas. Actually, he is explaining some of the shlokas, and the Chakrapani Datta, the commentator, is explaining the in-depth meaning of the shloka. The in-depth meaning or the actual meaning of the shloka is being brought into the reader's notice by the tikas, by the commentator. So I quote the shloka 1 and the tika is explaining. I go through the tika. I quote: Gunatraya vibhedena murtitraya mupeyushe trayi bhuve trinetraya triloki pataye namaha. So Chakrapani is making a prayer. He is starting his work by praying the Lord. He is praying the Lord, and the next shloka number 2: Saraswatye namo yasyaha prasadat punyakarmabhihi buddhidarpana sankrantam jagadadhyaksham ikshate. So this is also a prayer for the goddess Saraswati. And next is also again a prayer, shloka number 3. I quote shloka number 3: Brahmadhakshashvi devesha bharadvaja punarvasuhu hutasha vesha charaka prabhrutibhyo namo namaha. Here again he is praying, or he is giving his salutations to the persons explaining as Brahma, Daksha, Prajapati, Ashwini Devatas, and Devesha. Devesha is Indra. Okay, and Bharadvaja, Punarvasu, Atreya, and Hutavesha. Hutavesha is Paryaya or the synonym for Agnivesha, and also Charaka, Charaka Prabhutibhyo, and others who have made a wonderful contribution in understanding the Ayurveda. Moving to the next shloka, shloka number 4. I quote shloka number 4: Patanjala Mahabhashya Charaka Prati Samskrutehi Manovakaya Doshanam Hartre Ahipataye Namaha. Here also the shloka is giving a salutations. He is giving salutations to the Ahipati, Ahipataye Namaha. I am bowing to the work of the Ahipati, or that is the Patanjali, who is eliminating the defects of Kaya, Vak and Manas. Kaya, Mano, Vak, Kaya Doshanam Harate. And also by means of his work of Yoga Sutra and Mahabhashya, Patanjali is the person who has done a contribution to the grammar of the Paniniyam. Grammar of the Paniniyam. So Mahabhashya, it is a commentary which is written by Ahipati or the Patanjali, and also the Yoga Sutra. The Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. Okay, Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, it is helping for the elimination of the doshas of Kaya, Manas and Vak. Okay, and also for understanding the proper Samhita, he has written a work called Mahabhashya, that is understanding the grammatical understanding of the Paniniyam. And also he has redacted the version of Charaka Samhita. Okay, this is the understanding given here in the shloka number 4. Moving to the next shloka, shloka number 5. Naradatta Guruddishta Charakarthanugamini Kriyate Chakradattena Tika Ayurveda Deepika. So the word Ayurveda Deepika is a commentary which is written by the Chakradatta or the Chakrapani Datta, who is the disciple of Naradatta. The guru of the Chakradatta was Naradatta, and based on his teachings, Chakradatta is giving understanding about the charaka samhita. So this is explained as charakartha anugamini. The understanding about the charaka samhita is been explained by the Chakrapani Datta. The explanation is nothing but his commentary Ayurveda Deepika, and his work is based on the teachings of his guru by name Naradatta. And there is a audio session by name Ashtaprashna, wherein the basic understanding about Ayurveda is also being mentioned in Charaka Samhita. We have already discussed the topic by name Ashtaprashnas, the 8 questions related to the Ayurveda, and that is been discussed here in the Charaka Samhita itself. So there are some basic understanding that has been explained in Ashtaprashna audio or the podcast, which is by name Ashtaprashna. I would like to quote a reference here. In the commentary of explaining the first shloka. There is an explanation by Chakradatta or the Chakrapani Datta. He quotes Krushi Adav api hi pravrutti artha sandehad eva na hi tatra krushi valanam falalabhau avadharanam vidyate. Here the understanding is simple. He is giving a simile, or he is giving a example of a farmer. What is the farmer doing? Farmer is going to sow his seeds in the farm or his farmland. So the farmer is not having any expectation of his fruits. Falalabhav avadharanam vidyate na. Here the farmer is not expecting any results before he is starting his work. Okay, what is his work? His work is to do the sowing. He has to sow the fields with the seeds. He has to take the seeds and he has to put them in the fields. And there is no certainty that he is going to get the results. There is no certainty that he is going to get the result. The results can be either positive or the results can either be negative also. There can be a possibility of flooding, or there can also be a possibility of drought. So there can be natural disasters wherein the whole field can be get destroyed. There is a possibility of total destruction of the fields. Even in such a circumstances, what the farmer will be doing is he is having a faith on the God. He is having a faith on the God, and he is having a optimism. He is optimistic towards his results. He is having a optimistic attitude towards his result, that he is going to get a good crop. He is going to get benefited after some time. So exactly this should be the understanding for the learners or the beginning learners of the Ayurveda. What I insist is you just have to go through the learning. You just have to study the Charaka Samhita. For now, you don't expect the result. For now, you just don't expect the result, and there can be so much of distractions for you to learn. There can be so much of distractions for you to learn, and there can be so much of difficulties for learning. There might be so much of difficulties for learning, but what is your work is? Your work is to study, or your work is to learn, and surely you are going to get the fruits. You are going to reap the benefits of your study. Whatever the time you are investing for studying, that will be equated to your benefits, or you will be getting so much of fruits. Moving to the next shloka, I quote shloka number 3. Dirgham jivitam anvichan bharadvaja upagamata indram ugratapa buddhva sharanyam amareshwaram. Acharya Bharadvaja, who is having a desire for long life. Okay, Dirgham jivitam icchan. He is having a icha, or a desire of Dirgham jivita, a desire for living for a long lifespan. So what he will do? Upagamata, he is approaching. Okay, to whom he is approaching? Indram. He is approaching to the, or he is going to the Indra and asking him. He is asking the Indra to give him the wisdom of Ayurveda. So that is been explained here in this shloka. Bharadvaja is approaching the Indra for the purpose of Dirgha Jivita. Moving to the next shloka, shloka number 4. I quote shloka number 4. Brahmana hi yatha proktam ayurvedam prajapatihi jagraha nikhilena आदौ अश्विनौ तु पुनस्ततः अश्विभ्यां भगवान् शक्रः प्रतिपेदेह केवलं ऋषिप्रोक्तो भरद्वाजः तस्मात् शक्रमुपागमत. Here the shloka number 4 and 5 are explaining the Ayurveda avatarana. As the same way we have studied the Ayurveda avatarana in Ashtanga Hridaya Samhita first chapter. The shloka is something like Brahma Smrutvayusho Vedam Prajapati Majjigrahat. So like this, the shloka we have already discussed that, and the understanding of that same is being explained here in the Charaka Samhita. They have explained the Brahma, who is the creator of the universe. Brahma, who is the creator of universe, he is going to reveal the Ayurveda Jnana to the Daksha Prajapati. Brahmana hi yatha proktam Ayurvedam Prajapati. He is going to teach, or he is going to explain it to Daksha Prajapati, and Daksha he is going to teach it to the Ashwini Devatas, Ashwini Devatas, the twins, Ashwini twins, and who is in turn going to teach it to the Shakra. Shakra is Indra, Bhagavan Shakra, Ashvibhyam Bhagavan Shakraha, and thus as per the direction of the other sages, Bharadwaja is approaching the Indra. So why Bharadwaja is approaching Indra is being explained here. What is the reason Bharadwaja is going to Indra only? There can be some other person where Bharadwaja might have went and asked for the wisdom of Ayurveda. What is the reason behind Bharadwaja Acharya approaching Indra only? So this has been understood here as because the Ayurveda wisdom was with Indra at that particular moment. So Bharadwaja Acharya went to Indra to learn Ayurveda from him. Moving to the next shloka, shloka number 6. I quote shloka number 6. Vigna bhuta yada rogaha pradurbhutaha sharirinam tapa upavasa adhyayana brahmacharya vratayusham. There were manifestation of different kinds of diseases. Okay, that is explained as rogaha pradurbhutaha. Okay, there will be different kinds of manifestation of different diseases in the body. Sharirinam Vigna bhutaha. So that is becoming an obstacle for doing the different activities as explained as tapa, upavasa, adhyayana, brahmacharya, etc. So the different diseases are becoming the obstacle for performing the daily life activities quoted as tapa, upavasa, adhyayana, etc. So because of that, moving to the next shloka, shloka number 7, I quote, tada bhuteshu anukrosham puraskritya maharshayah sametaha punyakarmanaha parshve himavatah shubhe. So for the purpose of getting rid of the different diseases, for getting the cure for different diseases, the different acharyas have assembled in a place, and the place is explained as himavatah shubhe. The shubha is the best place that is been explained as himavatah. So who were assembled? The different kinds of maharshis who have done the punya karma, who are involved in doing the auspicious deeds for the earth and the creatures on the earth, were assembled in the Himavatah, or the region called Himalayas. Moving to the next shloka, shloka number 8. I quote shloka number 8. Angira jamadagnischa vasishtaha kashapo bhruguhu atreyo gautamaha sankhya pulastyo narado asitaha. So here starting from the shloka number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the shlokas which are explaining the name of the Maharshis, or name of the Rishis, or the name of the Acharyas, whoever participated in the assembly, or whoever participated in the seminar, or whoever participated in the gathering. These are the Rishis participated in the gathering. The name of them is being explained here. So these were the persons who were having a desire for doing good for the society, doing good for the living creatures on the earth. So here we have completed up to shloka number 14. In the session we have completed up to shloka number 14, and we will continue with shloka number 15 in the next session. We will continue with shloka number 15 in the next session. So what I insist is, first you have to go through the basic understanding of the Charaka Samhita. The Charaka Samhita and its structure, how the Charaka Samhita is being organized, the Chatushkas, Sapta Chatushkas, the collection of 4 chapters, and the name of the Sapta Chatushkas, etc. You have to do some homework. You have to do some homework for the before going into the actual reading of the Charaka Samhita. I conclude the session. Utsishtata Jagrata Prapya Varani Bhodata. Arise, awake, and approach the great. Learn. Thank you. Thank you for patient listening. Shubham.